He's Italian and from the North End, and she's a homegrown and lifelong resident from Chelsea. They met over 53 years ago in Revere, eloped, and secretly got married in a funeral parlor in Boston on St. Patrick's Day. Oh, and to make matters even more interesting, he's Roman Catholic and she is Jewish. Here to share their love story on Christmas Day and the first day of Hanukkah are Minna Karas-Marino and her husband Nicholas Marino. Welcome to Urban Update, and Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah to you both.
Thank you.
Wow, well Minna, I imagine in your household it's been a double celebration for 53 years now, huh?
Every holiday, whether it's Catholic or Jewish, we celebrated it. Together with our two daughters. And my mother lived with us, and we used to have a rubber tree plant, and we called it a Hanukkah bush. And whatever the girls, our daughters, made in school, those were the ornaments. And then one year, a very dear friend of ours, Fran Stafiri,
Yes.
she was getting rid of her artificial tree and getting a new one, and she asked me if I wanted her old one, and I asked my mother if she would mind. She said no. It was this giant 7-foot thing, and we've been celebrating it that way ever since.
Wow. Well, Nick, in the beginning, 5 decades ago, more than 5 decades ago, imagine it must have been kind of a tough decision to elope. And what was the reaction of your two families?
Well, at first they didn't like the idea of it to begin with, but eventually, after it was all done, they were, they came around to it. They liked, and as a matter of fact, they liked us. To both of them.
They like getting in on both the celebrations. So, Minna, now when people ask you if different religions has been a challenge in your marriage, I guess, what do you say? How do you respond?
That's never been a challenge. The religion, we wouldn't, we didn't let it be a challenge. It bothered other people, but never us.
Wow. Okay, so let's go back in time. How did you guys meet? And tell me the story, Minna, I'll start with you, about getting married in a funeral parlor in the North End.
Well, we knew we were going to elope, and I looked for a JP, and I found one on Hanover Street, and Nick was working.
Justice of the Peace?
Yes, JP, yeah, in the North End. And Nick was working in the North End of the Italian Canteen restaurant on Hanover Street, so I said, perfect. So the only person that knew was my very pregnant cousin, and she was with us. And when Nick came out of the restaurant, I said, we're getting married at whatever number, Hanover Street. And he looked across the street and said, that's St. Stephen's Church. And I went, no. He said, yeah, but next door is Guarenti's funeral parlor. I said, that's it. And so we had to go down an alley and then upstairs into
His office.
his office. And he came out first in a T-shirt because he was eating. He said he'll be right back. When he came back, he went right over to my very pregnant cousin, thinking she was the bride. Because back then, if you eloped, it was because you were pregnant. And she went, no, it's her, meaning me. And he performed the ceremony, and I'm looking at Nick, and I said, we're married. It was like, was it 5 minutes?
A little less.
Now, was this because you went to Justice of the Peace because finding a priest, finding a rabbi?
Nobody wanted to marry us.
You couldn't, At that time, they wouldn't marry you at the altar or anything like that.
And a rabbi, unless he converted, and I didn't believe in conversion. So we went to the JP, and then he gave, it was $15, and he handed him a $20 bill, and we're standing there waiting for the change because he wanted to take us out
To eat.
to eat. So $5, he finally gave it back to us. And
Well, we went to a place in Malden. It was called the Gold Coin.
the Chinese,
And for 95 cents, you got an order of spare ribs. And 95 cents, you got an order of pork strips. And for 95 cents, you got an order of lobster sauce. And for 30 cents, you got an order of boiled rice.
so that
And
was,
the rest was the tip.
Whatever happened to those days?
Gone now.
Well, Nick, I hear you were called Mambo Nick back in the day, and that you used your dancing skills to win Minna over?
Yes, I love to dance. I did. That's what they nicknamed me, Mambo Nick. And that's how we really met, through dancing.
Okay. Now, Minna, I understand you've got 2 daughters and 4 grandchildren now. Can I ask, are they Catholic or Jewish?
Our daughters were brought up Jewish. Grandchildren are Catholic. And yeah, both daughters were married to Catholic boys. And my younger daughter teaches at East Boston Central Catholic, and that's where they all go. Except the two oldest ones now are in Boston Latin, and the two younger ones are still in East Boston Central Catholic.
And they all four serve Mass.
Yeah.
And I understand, it sounds like it doesn't really make any difference to you, but
Not
you
at all.
appreciate them being religious in one
Yes.
way or another.
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay. Tell me about that book you've got there.
This was written by our younger daughter. 'Twas the day before Hanukkah, and it was illustrated by our granddaughter Bella. And you can read this part up here. It tells about it.
It's the day before Hanukkah. You can feel the excitement in the air. 'Twas the day before Hanukkah. And down below, what we're saying, it's about your. Is this your daughter?
Yes.
Okay, and her daughter as well. This is really amazing. It's kind of like the night before Christmas.
Yes.
Only in only
Hanukkah.
Twas the day before Hanukkah. And you can get this anywhere, Amazon or anywhere.
Right, or
Barnes and Noble.
Okay,
barnesandnoble.com.
all right, okay. Now, Nick, over the years, I guess besides religion, what's been the biggest challenge for being married for more than 53 years? I mean, is she a sports fan? I mean, do you guys like the same music?
We're very compatible, and she likes the sports as much as I do. Plus, we do things together all the time. And we never had any challenges, really,
As far as religion.
as far as religion went or anything like that. We just always got along together. And everything she said, I said yes.
I understand, Minna, I understand you always had the last word, Minna. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. The last word except for what? Yes, dear?
Yes, dear.
Yeah, all right.
That was the last word.
Okay, now, where did you guys go to school, by the way?
I went to St. Anthony School
Okay.
in the North End.
Okay, Catholic school?
Yes, and I didn't graduate any high schools or anything, just from St. Anthony School. Then I went to work, and that was it.
Okay, all right.
In Chelsea, the Williams School, and then I graduated from Chelsea High School in 1959.
Okay. Any advice at all for a long, happy marriage? I mean, it has been 53 years.
You have to have what we have. You have to have togetherness. You've got to do things together. If you don't, it won't work.
Minna, what do you think?
I agree. Plus, I don't cook. I haven't cooked in 53 years. He does all the cooking.
Okay, well, someone's got to do it.
So-
A dirty job, but someone's got to do it.
She left out and the dishes.
Oh, okay.
Now, you talk about 53 years, and we're laughing and joking about this today, but 53 years ago, I guess the two of you getting married, I guess it really wasn't a joke. It wasn't accepted like it is
No.
now. When you look at the way society has changed.
My father
Threw her out.
threw me out. He gave me a choice, and I chose Nick, and I had to leave the house. And he died shortly after. So I moved back in to be with my mother, and that's why she was with my mother was with us till the day she passed.
So you really never got to reconcile it with your
No.
father, though?
No.
Okay, and I guess Nick.
And her mother also said if her father stayed alive, he would have loved it.
Yeah.
He would have loved me.
And I guess, what are your thoughts about the way our society has evolved since? I mean, everybody's in a mixed marriage now, it seems
Well,
like.
yes, now you could see that it changed a lot since like
Yes.
53 years ago. It was altogether different. But I get along with everybody, so
Okay, and you say the secrets to a long, happy marriage are just loving each other? And
that's it.
But how about have to be a good kisser too? I would
Oh, yes.
imagine. And Merry
Wait,
Christmas,
oh,
a nice
yeah.
Christmas kiss.
That was it?
Yeah.
Well, let's see a Christmas kiss. Okay. Okay, there we go. Great way to end the show.
Okay.
Happy Hanukkah, Merry
Thank
Christmas
you.
to Minna and Nicholas Marino, and many happy years together.
Oh, my goodness. Thank
Okay, well, that's it for this edition of Urban Update. I'm Byron Barnett. Thanks for being here, everyone. We want to say Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah and Happy Holidays to everyone. We'll see you here next week.